Act 1. The Rise of the Olympians. In the times following the gods' bitter war against the Titans, when the heavens were filled with resounding cries of victory, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades ascended the majestic Mount Olympus to rule the world in divine unity. In this division of power, Zeus ruled over the vast firmament, Poseidon over the endless floods of the seas, and Hades over the dark abysses of the underworld. The fallen Titans were banished to the deepest depths of Tartarus, while Atlas and Kronos endured separate punishments for their rebellious pasts. But the earth goddess Gaia, mother of the Titans, harbored a burning anger in her heart over the capture and punishment of her children. In a surging storm of indignation, a new breed arose from the connection with Tartarus, the giants. These powerful beings were destined to storm Olympus and threaten the power of the rising Olympians. Gaia, inflamed with rage, reflected her fury in the giants, driving them to hurl massive rocks and burning trees toward the sky. The giants, incited by Mother Earth herself, were the instruments of their cry for revenge against the rising power of the new gods, who now ruled over the world as the sons of heaven. Act 2. The Prophecy and the Call to Heracles. The oracle, that ancient source of prophecy and divine wisdom, revealed a dark truth to the Olympians. The giants, created from the wrath of the earth itself, could not be felled by the hand of the gods. An insurmountable barrier seemed to stand between the heavenly powers and their rebellious offspring. Shaken by this ominous prophecy, the Olympians decided to call upon a demigod of extraordinary power and bravery to help them. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, turned to Heracles, the son of Zeus, who had already successfully passed many trials and adventures. Heracles, endowed with the strength of his divine heritage and the fearlessness of a true hero, agreed to support the gods in the fight against the unstoppable fury of the giants. His bow, strung with arrows, he soaked in the poisonous blood of the Hydra, a deadly weapon designed to pierce the mighty giants. In the first battle that raged across the heavenly realms, Heracles demonstrated his unsurpassed skill with the weapon. Alcyoneus, one of the strongest giants, fell to a well-aimed arrow from the demigod. The giant's towering presence, once proud and indomitable, eroded before the power of Heracles. But the second most powerful giant, Porphyrion, attacked Hera and Heracles in an attempt to kidnap the goddess. At this critical moment, Zeus hurled a bolt of lightning that struck the giant, and Heracles followed up with an arrow that knocked Porphyrion to the ground. The gods, united in their resistance against the rebelling giants, fought with united strength. Ares, the god of war, charged into the thickest crowd of giants on his mighty chariot. His lance pierced the mighty Peloros, but it was only when Heracles intervened with another arrow that the giant sank to the ground, defeated forever. The battle raged on, with each of the Olympian deities doing their part to bring down the rebelling giants. Apollo and Heracles struck the giant Ephialtes together. Their arrows pierced his eyes unerringly, and the giant fell to the ground. Dionysus, the god of wine, killed Eurydice with his thyrsos. Hecate, the goddess of magic, burned Clytios with her torches, and Hephaestus, the blacksmith god, hit Mimas with a red-hot iron, which fatally struck the giant. Onkelos tried to escape, but Athena, the wise warrior goddess, threw Sicily upon him, an island as heavy as fate itself. In another decisive blow, she killed Pallas, the giant, and from then on used his skin as her shield. Poseidon, the sea god, threw Naxyros, part of the Dodecanese archipelago, at Polypodes, another of the giants. Hermes, the cunning god, invisible through the cap of Hades, killed Hippolytus, a giant who fought with fierce determination. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, found her target in Gratian and shot him with a well-aimed arrow. The Moiras, the goddesses of fate, also contributed to the bloody slaughter, killing Agrios and Thoas with their bronze clubs. The rest of the giants, struck down by the overwhelming power of the Olympian gods, met their end under the merciless lightning bolts of Zeus and the unerring arrows of Heracles. The once proud and indomitable giants now lay defeated and disempowered, and the heavenly gods were victorious in this bloody battle. Enraged by the renewed defeat, Gaia, in her anger, gave birth to Tartarus, another creation of mischief, Typhoeus, a monster of unimagined strength and terror. The Gigantomachy, engraved in the annals of the history of the gods, left an indelible mark on the universe, and the sound of the epic battle echoed long beyond Olympus and the world. The heavenly heights echoed with the victorious battle against the giants, but the slaughter was not yet over. Continuing the epic conflict, the gods continued to wield their supernatural powers against the remaining giants who desperately rebelled against heavenly superiority. Act 3. The Wrath of the Earth and the Birth of Typhoeus. Despite the gods' triumphant victory over the giants, the earth, animated by the unwavering anger of her Titan mother Gaia, could find no peace. In an act of infinite bitterness and sinister intent, Gaia fathered the terrible Typhoeus with Tartarus. This monstrous beast, of unparalleled strength and unrelenting fury, would bring corruption to the gods and challenge heavenly rule. Recognizing that the terrible Typhoeus posed a threat of cosmic proportions, the gods gathered to form a plan to defeat this unimaginable force. In an act of divine unity and determination, they decided on a united attack against the monster that had risen from the depths of the earth. The gods fought relentlessly against Typhoeus, their heavenly forces against the dark power of the monster. But in this desperate battle it became clear that a new strategy was needed. At a crucial moment, Zeus realized the true nature of Typhoeus' power. It was not just the brute force of the earth, but the inseparable connection with Tartarus, the deepest abyss of hell. With this realization, the gods gathered their forces and focused on breaking the connection between Typhoeus and Tartarus. Zeus, as Lord of the Sky and Lightning, hurled a mighty bolt of lightning at Typhoeus, piercing the darkness and severing the connection to the deepest abyss of Tartarus. The moment the connection broke, Typhoeus lost power. The darkness receded, and the monster trembled under the divine wrath. The gods seized this crucial moment and combined their forces in a final joint attack. Lightning, waves, cunning, and divine strength merged into an all-pervading light that engulfed Typhoeus. The terrible monster screamed in its final desperation and was consumed by the overwhelming divine power. Darkness gave way to light, and the earth shook with the final cries of the defeated Typhoeus. The cosmic order, exhausted by the union of divine powers, triumphed over chaos. The former terror that had risen from the depths of the earth was vanquished by the all-pervading power of Olympus. So ended another chapter in the never-ending saga of the gods and their trials. The gods, strengthened by their victories and guided by their wisdom, looked to the future. In the stars and on the peaks of Olympus could be seen the signs of a new era, an era in which the gods would continue to watch over heaven and earth to preserve the cosmic order.